Sunday Olasami never expected to grow up to become a doctor.
If you look at me very well, I am the least in life you will ever think will become a doctor. And you know, many of the drive I have now as a medical doctor stems from this beginning that I had. Do you understand? I came from a very, very humble home. I came from a very, very poor home.
10 years later, this Nigerian native is once again challenged with the insurmountable, a mission that brought him to Israel as part of the public health program at Hebrew University, courtesy of the Pears Foundation.
Nigeria is a developing country, so you will expect that there will be a lot of diseases, so to speak. And then not only diseases, there are many other things that has to do with health, you understand, and in which Nigeria may not really be able to handle, do you understand, especially when it comes to non-infectious diseases, also chronic diseases.
Growing up surrounded by poverty, Sunday decided he wanted to study medicine at age 16 after his little sister died of sickle cell disease.
I have seen parents cry on their children because of health care, you understand. I have seen parents that have to allow their children to die because they don't have money to take them to the hospital, do you understand? Have been concerned about the health of people, you know, even when I was young. Now, coupled with the death of my sister, actually instigated me to want to know more about medicine. What is medicine? How can you be of help?
Olasami worked hard through middle and high school until eventually being accepted into medical school. He was forced to work at odd jobs to feed himself during university, and at dire times, he even blacked out while studying after not eating for several days.
I just look at my drawer and I saw sugar. Sugar. I just put the sugar. I pour it in the cup and I put water. I put water because I remember the home I was coming from. I remember the home I was coming from, it was a poor home. And all eyes were on me in the university. I must pass. I must succeed. So I put the sugar, I put water on the sugar, and I drank it, and I continued reading.
Wow.
And I continued reading. And I was able to do the exam the next day, and I passed the exam.
His personal history is still the driving force in his work. Even after working in medicine for 10 years, Sunday explains he is frustrated by the amount of patients he has lost because of the lack of resources. Sunday says that people die just because they are poor. Olasami recalls one time when the necessary surgery on a woman in labor was delayed because they couldn't match her blood type fast enough.
By the time we'll be ready to take the woman to the hospital, she was dead. To take the woman to the theater, she was dead. You know, and this really paralyzed me. I felt so bad. I felt so sad. Do you understand? Felt so bad and so sad that God, what is this? Taking a blood group for cross-matching to doing a packed cell volume, a PCV, should not take us more than 5 minutes.
That is why Sunday stopped his work to study for an international master's in public health. He says that in a country with few resources like Nigeria, prevention is the most effective and cheapest medicine.
If a woman is pregnant and she's HIV positive, there are preventive measures to do, you understand, so that she does not transmit the disease to her child. Do you understand? So these are many of the preventive measures that we're talking about, and giving condoms, you know, to the people. People then injection drug users, you understand, you can reach out to them, give them needles, you know, give them needles so that you don't exchange needles. Do you understand?
Every year, the Pears Foundation sponsors 16 African students to come and learn in Hebrew University's public health and nutrition master's programs. The students then return to their home countries to implement the health strategies they learned in their studies.
But I expect that we'll see figures running departments of health, maybe working in government, in leading NGOs, working on issues of sanitation and malaria control. We already have some Pears scholars that have senior positions there.
Sunday hopes to return to Nigeria at the end of the year and work with an international organization or one of the local NGOs, or maybe get a position with the government.
So if you tell people and you teach them how to live, what to do, how to prevent things, you know, they live better. Do you understand? And then the diseases we're talking about they don't come into play. If they do at all, it will be minimal, and then it will be quickly curbed and reduced.
Benjamin Spear reporting for the Jerusalem Post.